everything's gonna be alright. And when we get there, I'ma see a pretty young thing. I'ma ask her to take my hand, head to the floor, and we gon' dance. And when we get there, best believe we're gonna do a two-step. Ain't no drama in here, so don't stress. Step to the right, then side to the left.
Good evening, welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hopefully it'll get a little bit better for you. Today we welcome the very talented songwriter and rapper Ricardo Grimm. His story will impact you in so many ways. He's been through so much ups and downs, in-betweens, and now he's back. He talked about how he got through addiction and other self-destructive behavior and how it's all coming out in his music. So you definitely hear that interview. Then in Hot Topics, we're talking about Baychella. You know, Beyonce shut it down at Coachella, talking about a woman who faked, lied about cancer to her friends and family and raised $42,000, and she didn't have cancer. She just wanted to turn up. And we're talking about, of course, the Starbucks, everything's going on with that, with the boycott for Starbucks, all that much more in Hot Topics. Movie views, fashion, sports, and the best in music out there. Stick around. Want to remember, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and, of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. You can also catch us on iTunes, iHeartRadio. Just go to our website. When we come back, Hot Topics, right back after this.
Your love is showing me my path. My heart belongs in your grasp. I only see you underneath your light. I can't survive without your kiss. My life dripping from your lips. I'm nowhere if I'm not by your side. It feels like time slows down. Every breath is getting longer. I feel my heart sinking to the ground, and every weakness is getting stronger. And as I'm falling, I can feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. And I'm breathing in every single sound you make. I can feel your words all in the air. With your voice making my heart beat. If your soul is all I see, it's like the rest of the world is not there. It feels like time slows down, and every breath is getting longer. I feel my heart sinking to the ground, and every weakness is getting stronger. And as I'm falling, I can feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. And as I'm falling down, I feel you lift me up up underneath your wings, and this every touch, how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin, and this every touch, how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Miss Parker, how's it going? Happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday. It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. You know, I'm preparing for my trip to Hawaii. I've never been before. I'm not looking forward to the long flight, but it's going to be a long week with my family, which you can't beat that. So
that's really exciting. That's super exciting. I'm happy for you, and congratulations to Kim and Damaso on renewing their vows. Growing their family. That's so awesome. I'm happy for them too.
Yeah, my sister, shout out to my sister and my brother-in-law. This is their 10-year wedding anniversary. Actually, it was in February, but they're celebrating in Hawaii, and they didn't have a official wedding, you know, when they got married 10 years ago, so they're doing it in Hawaii, and a lot of families coming out, so that should be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. And I found out the wedding is on Friday because, you know, my sister didn't give it any detail. She told me it's next Friday. So.
Okay. That'll give you a whole week to kind of relax, and then
exactly.
Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday. So that's great.
Exactly. What's going on with you?
Not much. It's been a long day, a really long day. Just trying to, get through this Monday, and had a great weekend. Went to the wine festival with a group of friends this weekend.
Yeah, it looked like it was fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had so much fun. Had a really nice weekend and hung out with my cousin. She's pregnant. She came over on Sunday, and, you know, it was raining, so we just hung out and ate and went through clothes. It was really nice. And
that's good.
Looking forward to a little weekend getaway this upcoming weekend. So trying to push through the week.
I hear that. And Mr. Chike, congratulations to you. How are you doing?
Thank you, sir. I'm still on cloud 9. Absolutely, I am. I spent most of the weekend celebrating. Our film Mercy, our independent short film Mercy, was accepted by Amazon Prime and is now streaming. So definitely, awesome. People, check that out. And guess what? We are 100% 5 stars at this point. 100% awesome. 5 stars.
Congratulations.
Yeah, right?
That's huge.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well,
awesome.
Yeah. Shout out Mercy. Go see it, everybody, at Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
all right.
Congratulations. I'm definitely going to check it out, TK. I have Amazon Prime. I'm going to definitely check it out in the next week or so.
Yeah, and it's 37 minutes. Can't beat that. All right. Well, our question of the day is, what's on your bucket list? Ms. Parker, what's on your bucket list?
I don't believe in bucket lists. You know, I'm this person who is like, you know, a free spirit and in thinking anyways, and believe in, you know, living your best life in the moment. I just think bucket lists just sounds so final. Like, and I'm not the person that likes to like have like committed plans for like I don't know, it just sounds so final, like almost like you're giving a death wish. I for some reason just never settled well with me, the word.
Yeah.
But as far as things that I want to experience life. Whatever life is at that moment, I want to be able to be in the moment and enjoy it. Of course, I love to travel, so I would love to see as many places as I can. I don't think there's one place that's, you know, more beautiful. Every time I go somewhere new, I'm like, I fall in love. So I have this saying that when I leave a place, I leave a piece of my heart. So it's like I have my heart that's gathered all over. But I think for me, I really enjoy traveling, but I do understand how important it is for, regardless of what's going on in that day, whether you're traveling to Barcelona or Hawaii or whatever, or you're sitting at home working, that you should be grateful within that moment and try to find joy within that moment. And maybe that moment is a bucket list for you where there's peace being experienced within that moment. So I'm really big on that. The word bucket list, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around, you know, really being comfortable with, because it sounds really final. But I'll leave it at that.
Okay. What about you, Chike?
Well, my dad told me once that before I leave this earth, I must drive the Pacific Coast Highway. So
Okay.
from Northern California all the way to L.A., he said I should take the drive. It'll get me closer to God. That's what he told me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think I agree with Ms. Parker. I definitely want to travel the world. I think I told the story before. Back when I lived in Virginia, I used to work with the youth, and we were always trying to find activities for them to, because they were troubled youth, so we're trying to find activities to keep them, occupied. And one of the girls I was working with, she loved art, and I went to this local art gallery just to see if they had any kind of classes or anything. And this woman, by chance, happened to be there. She was sitting in for a friend who had gone to run some errands, and she was retired. 60 years old. She looked beautiful. She was a 6-year-old Caucasian lady, and we just started talking. I was telling her what I was doing, and she told me, if you do nothing else before you die, travel the world. She said, because you'll see so many different parts and places. You'll be exposed to many things that will change your way of thinking. It'll change the way, it'll just impact you. And so I never forgot that. And so that would be on my bucket list if I had to choose. But everyone at home, tweet us at Stephen Knight Show, SHO, and let us know what's on your bucket list. All right, so everyone's talking about Coachella. Beyonce was standout performer. She was actually the headliner for Coachella, the first black woman or woman of color to be the headliner. And, she's been getting a lot of praise for it. She brought out Jay-Z. She brought out Solange. She brought out Destiny's Child. Did you see it? What were your thoughts?
I saw some of the clip. Coachella is something that I would actually love to experience.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Beyonce's music fan, but I'm a fan of who she is as an artist. So
yeah.
I may not love every song. I'm not a beehive or whatever
right,
they call
right.
themselves, right?
Uh-huh.
But I'm a fan of her professionalism. I'm a fan of her artistry. I'm a fan of her hard work. I think that that she has evolved so much into a person who is so much respected and such a legend of this music industry and music game now. I think it's all due to her hard work. So I definitely have nothing but love and respect for that. I think that she puts on a show. She's a perfectionist. She puts on a good show, whatever she does, whether it's Super Bowl or Coachella, you will always get a good show from her. So she's one of those classless and timeless entertainers. So big ups to her. I love the fact that how much she has evolved into really being unapologetically black and really showing culture diversity as far as celebrating Black history and African histories in her performances. I've enjoyed seeing those things as well. So I'm happy for her. I'm glad that she's she deserves every accolade that she gets. I think she's timeless, and I think she's always going to be mentioned as one of the greats. And I'm happy for her in that light.
Yeah. What about you, Chike?
So I, too, am not that much of a Beyonce fan. I do respect her artistry and what she brings to the game. It's like top-notch. But I was really checking for Destiny's Child. That's the part that I really wanted to see. And I just wanted to see B with the girls again, and that was really, really good. They really turned it out. They performed very well. They looked really good. Yeah. I was happy.
I agree. Even they always give Michelle a hard time, but Michelle out there making that money, and she, like she said, don't say poor Michelle because that bank account ain't poor. but what was I going to say? Wendy Williams said today that Beyonce was the greatest entertainer of all time. Do you agree with that?
Oh.
Who said that?
Wendy Williams.
I can't agree with that.
It's subjective, I think, but I think she's up there.
Yeah, she is. She's in the ranking, but she's not the greatest.
I agree. I think that she is definitely in the top 10, but I don't think she's the greatest. You know what I mean? There have been a lot of great performances, and it depends on what kind of performance style you like. Some people just like raw vocals and singing. Some people like the dancing, entertaining, and all this stuff. But you can't. Her talent's undeniable, so you can't discredit her for that. Now, Cardi B also performed. She was pregnant, as you all know, and she did you see her perform twerking and popping on stage, down on the ground?
Yeah.
I was like, God, I mean, for a pregnant woman, you know what I'm saying? I understand that's her style, but it was just like, you got a baby in there, you got something in the stomach. But anyway, Coachella, you can check it out. It's streamed live on YouTube, and I'm sure the clips all over the place. So, and it goes until next week, I believe. I believe that's right. All right. Well, everyone's talking about Starbucks and the boycott. So, if you haven't heard, last Thursday, 2 black men were sitting at Starbucks waiting on a business partner to meet with them, and they hadn't ordered any food or anything. And so, people go to Starbucks all the time. I've been there just to work when my internet was down at home. But anyway, they were in there, just waiting on their friend, talking, and one asked if he could use the restroom. The employee said that he could not, only for buying customers. So then she asked him to leave, and they refused to leave, and so she called the police. The police came. As their business partner was coming, the police came in and arrested them. And, of course, it was caught on video. Everyone was upset in the restaurant. And so, as you know, it was in Philadelphia, so a lot of people have been protesting since that day. And today the store was shut down by 1 o'clock. Now, the spokesperson for the CEO of Starbucks was on the news this morning. I believe it was GMA, and he apologized and said that, it was definitely uncalled for, and, that's not how they operate. But the people are still protesting, and it's not looking good. They said they're trying to close it down. What are your thoughts on this?
Ms. Parker, you want to go first?
I don't. When they said trying to close it down, I'm not sure if they're trying to close all Starbucks down, but I know that a lot of the support that I've been seeing, a lot of the support that I've been seeing has said, well, I think it's unfair to boycott Starbucks because they're a franchise. Let me tell you why that doesn't make sense. As a franchise, in order for you to be an owner, there are sets of rules that you must apply to and abide to in contract, right? And so the point of a franchise is to be as closely alike to other
operate the same.
First operating the same as possible. Now, the owner, the CEO of Starbucks claimed that some stores have local practices. Maybe they need to rethink that. Maybe that is the problem. So regardless of whether or not it's owned individually or owned by a corporation, maybe the problem is that they're not really following what a franchise model really is. And so regardless of that, that still comes down from Facebook. I'm sorry, from Starbucks headquarters, from the top, because they're not giving the message that says this is not tolerated as a franchise owner or a corporation. And so I just think, I'm tired, Stephen. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of turning on TV, turning on, my Facebook app and seeing another incident where it's just blatant racism.
Yeah.
It's like, somebody said they can no longer lynch us. They can no longer,
right.
Well, they can, but there's as much. But they find other ways to humiliate us, to make sure that we understand that we're not as superior as them. There are other ways that racism is still taking place in this country that's so blatant that it's tiring.
Yeah.
There's no can be safe. You can't be safe walking down the street with a candy bar in your hand, your hoodie, and you can't be safe selling cigarettes outside a store. You can't be safe driving your car. You can't be safe anywhere as a black person, especially as a black man, and it's draining.
Mm-hmm.
It's draining. So constantly leave your house and think about how you can protect yourself that day. White folks just get up and get dressed and leave. Like, they don't have any concern. There are so many things that we have to think of as black people leaving the house that it's draining. It's really draining. And I'm just tired.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Chike?
Feeding off what Ms. Parker said, it's almost like back in the day when there was segregation and, the races were separated by the tracks, the railroad tracks. And there used to be the speech that kids used to get, when they had to go to school. If a car pulls up alongside, you turn the opposite way and go the opposite way. Don't talk to strangers. I mean, that stuff still exists, but that whole prepared to be blackened in public speech. Get ready to possibly be attacked. That speech. Yeah. It's almost like we have to revisit that. Not so long ago, when I was young, there was a thing in Atlanta where they were kidnapping little boys, just the little boys in Atlanta, and there was this protocol that went around, and it was like nationwide for black little boys to be on the alert for people trying to snatch you up. And it was culture shocking.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like we are right now. It's deplorable. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But yet and still they want us to stand and salute a flag that doesn't even recognize that we're human.
Exactly. Well, what was I going to say? I was watching one of the programs, and they were showing the footage that a customer, had recorded the incident. And someone said that how calm the guys were when they were getting arrested. They weren't fighting back. They weren't, resisting.
Yeah,
and so, well, someone said that they probably did what they were trained to do. It's sad that we have to be trained how to be arrested, how to interact with police officers.
Yep.
It's sad. And these guys were real estate brokers. They weren't. I mean, it didn't matter what they did, but these were professional men. You know what I mean? That were waiting, doing what everyone does: go to Starbucks and wait. And they were waiting for their friend to order. They didn't want to eat without their friend. And someone said, the store manager, no longer works at that store. They declined to identify who the employee was, but someone said that she should have been the one on the news with the CEO apologizing to those men, not just the CEO, because they thought the CEO.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, from the statement that I read, Starbucks said that she left, and it was a statement from Starbucks that she's no longer with the company, and it was a mutual agreement, a mutual decision.
Mm.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you so pressed on making sure that people understand that you didn't fire her? That should have been a clear message that said, no, we fired her because that behavior is not tolerated. We fired her because that's not what we stand for. I saw his statement. Yes, Starbucks take responsibility, but what about individual responsibility? You're hiring people who are not sensitive to race-related issues, who are blatantly prejudiced and racist. And so that there is an individual responsibility there as well, and that should have been a message to those individuals who are in your company that may feel how that woman feels, that,
right.
No, this is not tolerated. You are fired. You're out of here, you're fired. And that's what
I don't know about anybody else's workplace, but I know that we have to watch videos and actually sign off that we've actually participated in a culture-sensitive.
Training. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, switching gears to something not as serious. Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion second part 2 was last night, and the biggest takeaway from it was Kim and Nene got into it towards the end, and I guess it's going to continue the part 3, the final part next Sunday. Kim says that she will never come back on the show again after the exchanges and stuff that happened. What are your thoughts about these people?
Well, haven't this with them? Oh, anyways, but haven't she said that before? So
yeah,
because I
yes, she did.
On the show, I've been watching.
Yes,
since I know that.
But she did. You know what happened though, Miss Parker? Corey doesn't play football anymore, so she had to come back.
Right.
Somebody need to bring in the cash.
Exactly.
And she did say on TMZ, this is back before she came back, TMZ asked her would she come back. She said for the right amount of money she would do it. You know what I mean? She said money talks. So I don't think she's not going to come back because, like you said, that's her income. That's her source of income. And her show, they have their own show. It's not as popular as Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's the number one in the franchise. So anyway, if you care about the reunion, part 3 airs next Sunday. All right, let's take a quick break. Come back with more hot topics right back after this.
I never felt like this before. This life feels incredible. Together we can do anything. So eternal feels like infinity. Baby, I'd run till the end of time just to have you in my life. Never let go. Give me your hand, come grab a hold. Let me touch you right to your soul. Let's do it together, make it last forever. Let's let it be for all eternity, till the ends of but no one compares to you. Yeah. So baby, I'm trying to make you see our future feels like a fantasy. No doubt this love is here to stay, and I know you feel the same way. Never let go. Give me your hand, come grab a hold. Let me touch you right to your soul. Let's do it together, make it last forever. Let's let it be for all eternity, till the ends of the earth. I will follow you, girl. Love you forever, forever, forever. Till the ends of the earth, I will follow you, girl. Day I felt to be everything you thought you'd ever need. I love you forever. I love you forever. Girl, I love you forever. I promise I'll always be true, 'cause can't nobody do it like you. I love you forever. I love you forever. Girl, I love you forever. I love you forever. I'll never let go. Give me your hand, come grab a hold. Let me touch you right to your soul. Let's do it together, make it last forever. Let's let it be for all eternity, till the ends of the earth. I will follow you, girl. Forever, forever, forever. Till the ends of the earth, I will follow you, girl. Forever.
So we taking over. One time.
Destiny got it chasing, but the trooper she Jackie. Forget never suffer, suffer, forget never suffer, suffer. I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. Destiny got it chasing, but the trooper she Jackie. I said that you pass, she waiting, she checking, she looking like she not know what they are talking. I told her that trouble she causing, the way that she rocking and shaking her to my Onina Fatumata, put it on me like she from Kakata. All the men is scatter, that all bene hour in a chaklai. When you tie your lapa and you wear your skin test, when you rocking your tuma, Bange, I won't marry you. Chamu, I won't take you. Anything you want, I give it to you. Take my name, my money, my car, my clothes, my everything, oh. Suffer, I can never suffer, suffer, I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. Destiny got it chasing, but the trooper she Jackie. I can never suffer, suffer, I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. Destiny got it chasing, but the trooper she Jackie.
What play you non-see funk, get capping. Like I said before, hungry line blocking. You leave it, another scam and we'll bop it. Grab it, squeeze it with dry face. That it done, you will be trying how to catch it. You know you're missing a casa bete. You fix it, all five, trying how to catch it. Then you won't speak serious now till they get. Pretty girl, let me take you out of dinner. I got a cheddar, forgive me, I was a sinner. Gonna be better from January down to December. Take trips, go to spas even in the winter. So sexy, gorgeous, and beautiful. Everything that we do is so memorable. I'm feeling you from your head down to your toes. Don't have to speak on it, I'm gonna show.
Testing it, got it chasing. But the jupa, she Jackie. Forget never suffer, suffer, forget never suffer, suffer. I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. Testing it, got it chasing. But the jupa, she Jackie.
Anytime she walking, the boy them be watching. Anytime she walking, the boy them be shaking. Baby girl, you temptation. Anytime you turn girl, you confusion. Baby girl, you temptation. Anytime you turn girl, you confusion. Baby girl, you blow my mind away. Anytime you turn like way, girl, you make me wanting. Wanting you tonight. Forget, never, you never suffer.
I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. Testing it, got it chasing. But the jupa, she Jackie. Forget never suffer. Forget never suffer. I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. Testing it, got it chasing. But the jupa, she Jackie.
All right, what's going on, y'all? This is Ricardo Grimm haunting the airwaves right now. You listening to the Stephen Knight Show. Hey, don't go to sleep without saying your prayer.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and, of course, our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. You can also check us out on iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, SoundCloud, you name it. Go to our website for more information. All right, so Khloe Kardashian announced that, you know, she gave birth last week, just after the whole rumors came out regarding her baby's father, Tristan Thompson, and she announced that they named their daughter True Thompson. Well, she made a statement and said, "Our little girl, True Thompson, has completely stolen our hearts, and we are overwhelmed with love. Such a blessing to welcome this angel into the family. Mommy and Daddy love you, True." Now, people were, because he got caught on video cheating just right before she gave birth, and then a video from October came out of him cheating in the club, kissing these girls in the club. But he was actually in the delivery room and, there when she gave birth. People were asking if that were you, if you were Khloe, would you have had him still in the delivery room knowing that he had, these cheating allegations were there with the video and everything?
Yes. He is a father. You need to learn how to be mature. First of all, Khloe know who she got. She stole the man from his girlfriend when she was pregnant. So, that's their business, but every woman know who they have. But, yes, I think it was a mature decision for her to still have him in there because that's a sheer moment. And, I like the baby name, but I read one of the comments said, the name is cute, but it's bad timing because there's nothing true about nothing going on.
That is true. That is true.
Bad timing. It is bad timing. But regardless of that, congratulations. A baby is always a blessing, and she always wanted a child. So I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for her particularly because she's always wanted a baby. And I think she seems that they should be a good mommy. So congratulations.
Yeah. And it ain't gonna be hurting for cash. Say that right now.
Right.
All right, this story is sick to me. Hannah Dickerson, 24 years old, she convinced her parents that she had cancer, and that she needed money for treatment. Just back in 2012, she said that she needed funding for overseas treatment in Thailand and New Zealand. Her parents, who are farmers, did not have the money, but they reached out to friends and family, and they were able to raise over $42,000 for her treatment. Well, she didn't have cancer. She wanted to turn up and party and go overseas with her friends. And so what happened was she had one of the people who contribute to the funds. He had just gone his own cancer treatment, but transferred $10,000 for her urgent treatment that she needed. He then saw pictures one of the other people who donated, saw pictures of Hannah on Facebook turning up overseas and all that. And so he contacted the police because he became suspicious. She was arrested, and she was sentenced to 3 months in jail, and she had to do 12-month community corrections and 150 hours community service and undergo treatment and mental health issues and substance abuse. She also had to pay back the money. She was fined more than $400,000 by the federal court. What are your thoughts?
I think that's
Good
so ridiculous.
for them. She needed everything she got. She's a fraud.
That's horrible.
And there are people out here that are actually suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and why would you even wish that on yourself? You're speaking out into existence. So,
Thank you.
Karma comes back around. And, I mean, people are just, if you want to go to Dubai or go wherever and turn up, work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it all the time. We have regular jobs, and we can travel and do all the stuff we want to do. Get to a job.
Yep.
If you can't afford to go on Groupon.
Right, something. But why would you do that, especially your family? You know your family's struggling financially. And then there
are people out there.
People that really needed the money and need, for treatment and whatnot. And cancer's not to play with. You know what I mean? And so, like you said, payback's up. All right. Well, last story. So Mariah Carey, two things about her. She came out last week and said that she had been battling bipolar disorder since 2001. You remember when she had that meltdown on TRL? Well, around that time, she was diagnosed with bipolar disease. She finally decided to come out so she could, tell her story and then tell other people. Well, now her former manager, I don't know if you watched the reality show she had. I think it was last year, the year before. Her manager, Stella, who she later got rid of after the whole New Year's Eve performance, she's now suing Mariah for sexual harassment. It says Mariah Carey's former manager claims that she repeatedly sexually harassed by the singer because Mariah was constantly naked in front of her. TMZ is reporting this. They said, but Mariah calls the allegations baseless. Now, they said that Stella Stouffer, that's her name, filed documents putting Carey's team on notice of a lawsuit coming, and now this is what it's all about. They're told that Stella is claiming Mariah rarely wore clothes around her and was not only naked but did sexual things in Stella's presence. They said that Stella will also allege Mariah has a substance abuse problem and fails to take her meds for her bipolar disorder. Just last week, Mariah revealed that she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2001, but Stella claims that's just a small part of her problems. Furthermore, Stella will claim that she was unfairly fired in the middle of a 3-year contract and is still due a ton of cash, still giving Mariah an opportunity to make things right before the lawsuit is filed. A rep from Mariah Carey told TMZ if this frivolous and baseless claim is filed, they will defend against it vigorously and successfully. What are your thoughts?
But Steve, you remember when you made me watch that show with you?
Over
there when we had a Friday night in after work, and you made me watch that show, and I thought that woman's a user. I said she's a user. I said she does not have Mariah's best interest at heart. I said she's just in it for the money and just wants to be on TV because Mariah had that show. I mean, she's one of those people who will use whatever she can get or whoever she can get her herself close to benefit. Like she was enabling Mariah. She wasn't making any decisions that made any sense or made Mariah look good in that show. She was enabling her. Instead of being a manager and saying, you know what, that doesn't, you know what, Mariah, that sounds like a good idea, but let's go this route. As a manager, she encouraged her to make herself look so foolish on that show. I was baffled. So I think regarding her filing a lawsuit, I'm not surprised. I think she was in there just to use Mariah, and then now she can't use Mariah anymore. She's out of there. But I've always known Mariah had mental illness.
Yeah, you said that.
Like that one girl on the post, she said, yeah, that's not news to us. Right. Everyone's always known that, but I think I'm proud. What this is, and I've made fun of her behaviors before because I'm not a huge fan of her and how over the top she acts. Right. Now I'm really proud of the fact that she's come out because I think it needs to be said in our community that it's okay to say, you know what, I haven't been well. My behavior hasn't been as healthy and as positive because I'm going through this. I think sometimes we're so quick to just write people off and say, you know what, they're crazy, but not really understand what they're going through. So I think the more black people are able to come out, people in our community are able to come out and say, I suffer from mental illness, the more understanding that we're all going to gain because, trust me, we need it. Yeah. It's not easy to deal with mental illness. We need as much understanding towards mental illness in the community as we can. So I'm in that instant, I'm happy that she came out and said it, but I think most people have already known something was up.
TK?
Yeah, it's the same. We all knew that Mariah was a little tata. And I'm glad that she came out with it, but I'm just curious as to why all of a sudden. Because she was never really trying to talk about it before. So there's a reason why she brought it to the limelight now.
Well, what could have been the case is that this lawsuit was coming up, right? But I will say this. I agree with Ms. Parker about Stella. Now, I saw an interview, Patti LaBelle, this was a few months ago. Patti LaBelle was on Watch What Happens Live, and, Patti LaBelle is Mariah Carey's industry godmother. And so Anderson Cooper asked Patti LaBelle something about Mariah, and he said, oh, Mariah's going to be fine. Have you seen her lately? She's doing great because she's doing her Christmas concerts. Well, she said the problem with Mariah at the time was the people around her. And she said, trust me, because I know them. And so, and then if you remember after the whole New Year's Eve situation, he was a background dancer for years, but she promoted him to her creative director. He was on the show too, his reality show. She fired him after that performance because she said that she's used to having her background singers beside her when she's singing, and he had moved them off the stage, and so she felt whatever. But he even said when he got fired that it's the people that works for Mariah that allows things to happen the way it goes. So it's interesting that Mariah ended up firing Stella, and now Stella's coming back, which I'm not surprised because on the show, they didn't know each other 2 years. She had like she was her best friend. We're sisters. How? Yep.
Wow.
Well, I'm proud of Mariah for coming out about the bisexual, regardless if she was forced to do it or she did it, because again, like Ms. Parker said and Chike did.
Bipolar, you said bisexual.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Bipolar.
Well, if she's running around naked in front of Stella, she may be bisexual. Who knows?
Mariah.
She may be, but we make sure to clarify that before.
Right. Mariah Carey, she wears a leotard all the time. Anyway, wish her the best luck, and she says she's doing well with her treatment and everything. So, Mr. Carey, keep doing your thing. All right, listen.
Love you, Mimi.
Yes. Ms. Parker, thank you so much for Hot Topics. Have a great week, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. And Chike, I'll see you in our movie reviews.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great week.
All right, right back after this.
Show 'em how to move like it's your only option. Show 'em how to go, girl, cause you do it flawless. She be like, he be like, my hitters be like, rep your town tonight. And we on. Show 'em how it's done. When your back is in the corner, bet your dream is number one. She be like, he be like, I be like, yeah. Let me start this anthem up. proper. From poverty, I still finished college. Through it all, keep my face stay shining, cause your boy right here is a soldier. Back to the music, telling you why I do it. For my brother, his daughter, my dreams, stick to it. I lost a few on the way, miss them all the time, but I keep the memories alive on the music. Thought I wouldn't do it, thought I couldn't do it, thought I wouldn't do it, thought I couldn't do it, thought I wouldn't do it, and I couldn't do it. Watch me do it, do it, do it. Show 'em how to move like it's your only option. Show 'em how to go, girl, cause you do it flawless. She be like, he be like, my hitters be like, rep your town tonight. And we on. Show 'em how it's done when your back is in the corner, but your dream is number one. She be like, he be like, I be like, yeah, 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 yeah. People tellin' me you only get better, so don't stop, bruh. You deserve to win for sure. Got $1 and a dream, and no 100 guarantees I'm gonna make it out this life. That's cool with me. Trust in my faith and my beliefs. Music therapy. So I just wanna be the man I am. Yeah, yeah, they thought I wouldn't do it, thought I couldn't do it, thought I wouldn't do it, thought I couldn't do it, thought I wouldn't do it, and I couldn't do it. Watch me do it, do it, do it. Show 'em how to move like it's your only option. Show 'em how to go, girl, cause you do it flawless. She be like, he be like, my hitters be like, rep your town tonight. And we on. Show 'em how it's done when your back is in the corner, but your dream is number one. She be like, he be like, I be like, yeah, 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 yeah.
I came from nothing, came from shit. Had a goal to set, I had a name to get. I turned pain to strength, I gave fame a grip. I changed lanes to gain, and my aims to live. Had to show 'em how, call this tutorial. Made history, this historical. Niggas Satan, that's just adorable. Went from poor and that shit's affordable. All I need is my team now. More trees, more lean now. I'm heating up, I got steam now. This real shit, it ain't a dream now. I moved up and got paid quick. YH, who I stayed with. And this here look beautiful, like the baddest bitches I laid with. They thought I wouldn't do it. They thought that I would quit. Can't take no losses, I'm a boss. Tell all y'all bosses I'm the shit. Y'all boys so off, but I'm a hit. Got no time to talk, I'm getting rich. Can't hear yo talking like I'm deaf, and I kill no coffin with the shit.
Show 'em how to move like it's your only option. Show 'em how to go, girl, cause you do it flawless. She be like, he be like, my hitters be like, rep your town tonight. And we on. Show 'em how it's done when your back is in the corner, but your dream is number one. She be like, he be like, I be like, yeah, 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 yeah.
She in love with diamonds, it's true. Let's just keep it real. I can tell you hiding, baby. What's up with you? Tell me how you feel. Cause when it all comes down to it, babe, they can't love you like I do, no. Who knew it? Now we gotta get past this part. Only real love should be in your heart. If that's what you want, I got enough to tell. Every single day I hear the same thing. Been drowning in a love that wasn't meant for you. And we gotta know that we both messed up a real good thing, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She in love with diamonds, still ain't nothing behind it. I ain't wanna be the one to say it, but I gotta tell the truth. You roll up and say you wanna be in love, but you don't want it, cause you don't know what to do. I ain't saying I'm the perfect man, no. Still I try to understand how how you feel, but you never reciprocate. You just put on your diamonds and walk away, babe. It all comes down to it, babe. They can't love you like a dough. Know it. Now we gotta get past this part. Only real love should be in your heart. If that's what you want, I got enough to tell. Every single day I hear the same thing. Been drowning in a love that wasn't meant for you. We gotta know that we both messed up a real good thing, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She in love with diamonds, still ain't nothing behind it. Every single day, I hear the same thing. You say you love me, but them diamonds made you change, baby. Diamonds made you change, baby. Oh. Cause when it all comes down to it, babe, they can't love you like a dog. Know it. Now we gotta get past this part. Only real love should be in your heart. If that's what you want, I got enough to tell. Every single day I hear the same thing. Been drowning in a love that wasn't meant for you. We gotta know that we both messed up a real good thing, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She in love with diamonds, still ain't nothing behind it. I hear the same thing. Been drowning in a love that wasn't meant for you. We gotta know that we both messed up a real good thing, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She in love with diamonds, still ain't nothing behind it. Every single day, I hear the same thing. We gotta you say you love me, but some diamonds made you change, baby. Diamonds made you change, baby. Oh, every single day, I hear the same thing. You say that you love me, but some diamonds made you change, baby. Every single day, I hear the same thing. You say you love me, but some diamonds made you change, baby.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our next guest is no stranger to the show. Please help me welcome back the very talented Ricardo Grimm. Welcome to the show.
Man, what's going on, brother? Thanks for having me again, y'all.
Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate your time. And a lot has happened since the last time you've been on here. Last time you were here, we called you Bread Bruh. Now we're calling you Ricardo Grimm.
Right.
What's the story behind that?
I mean, really, it's simple. I was going by Cornbread for a long time, which is just something that my granny called me. It's a nickname, man. And
right.
Through some, after the Def Jam situation, through another artist named Cornbread from Texas. So I just decided, shorten the Bread Bruh. And recently, I got to another label situation with a certain artist out of Nashville, and we were talking, and he was like, man, what's your real name again? And I told him, I was like, what's interesting, man, with the music that I do, I should probably just use my real name, Ricardo.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, why don't you just do that? And I was like, yeah, I've been trying to do that. But, yeah, so that's how it all came.
Okay.
My real name, Ricardo Grimm.
Yeah. So you have a very interesting story. You've done a lot and experienced a lot in this industry. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing, your coming up.
Yeah, so I've always loved music and art, photography, but as far as hip-hop and music in general, I guess, just listening to my father's music, my brother's music, my pop's Dominican, so he played a lot of metal, but he also played a lot of hardcore hip-hop, but playing Black Sabbath and playing Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
Just as a kid, listening to that little brown kid, listening to, Tupac and Ghetto Boys was nothing out of the ordinary, but listening to Sabbath and Deep Purple and Megadeth, it was like, oh, wow, this brown kid listening to Marilyn Manson, man. So I've always been kind of an outcast within that.
Right.
Just coming up and doing deals and, meeting different people, doing label situations and trying to express that to them, like, this is the artist I am. I grew up on heavy metal, hardcore hip-hop. A lot of them didn't get it, which I didn't get because, we had Ice-T's band, Body Count.
Right.
They were out way before I was even, thought of in the late 80s, early 90s. So I didn't understand why they didn't see the marriage of heavy metal or hard rock and hip-hop when we had a lot of examples, even Run DMC and Aerosmith, I believe. They mashed it up.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. So, I think most labels just wanted me to be a straight trap rapper, straight hood rapper.
Mm-hmm.
But what has always been in me brewing is the marriage of hardcore hip-hop and heavy metal. And it's also because of the different things I've been through as a kid and a teenager. I felt like the metal allowed me to explore some of the darker parts of my life and of my mind that were too taboo for hip-hop.
Right, yeah.
To touch on, which is crazy because we had a whole song called "My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me" by the which was about mental disease. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
How don't y'all understand this is terrible? I can't talk about schizophrenia. I mean,
right.
What you talking about? So but the higher ups, man, they really can't take too kindly to that. And I think a few of them told me because your image and you can really be this, real dope trap rapper. Like, you got the look, you got the, and I'm like, what's the look? Like, I don't get it. Like, do you know what I look at when I look in the mirror? I don't see what you see.
Right.
I don't see what you see. And there are people out here that feel the same way. Like, we don't,
exactly.
we don't see what y'all might see, man, and we need a voice. We need a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was it important of it for you to keep your own originality, of the musical background that you had, the music you grew up with, and not doing what the labels and what everyone was expecting you to do? How is it important that you do that?
Man, it's really important, but, I'm not going to lie. Initially, I made artistic sacrifices just because I'm like, I got to get in the door.
Exactly.
I got to get in the door.
Exactly.
So y'all want me to write these type of records for these people. Cause initially, I was writing, like, hooks for other artists.
Yeah.
Y'all want me to do this. Y'all want me to do this. All right, cool. When I get in, I'm going to just show y'all exactly who it is, this Ricardo Grimm, this what's inside me. But throughout those years of not being able to really do the music I wanted to do, man, it just tore me apart.
Yeah.
It tore me down, man. It tore me apart. It ripped me apart, man. And I would say to any artist out there, like, and that's why I don't really judge new artists that are coming out and whatever they're doing. It's like, hey, if that's what's in you to do, for real, if that's really what's in you, and then do it. I can't say nothing to you about it. But if it ain't, then it's going to tear you apart.
Yeah.
I know from first-hand experience, you know what I'm saying? So it's very important to be honest with yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, to a certain extent, it's a facade. To a certain extent, it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
And those things aren't bad, being a gimmick or being a facade, because, it's in this world of art, you get on your stage and you perform, and then you go back home and you do kind of regular things. But being true to the art is being honest with yourself and saying, all right, I'm comfortable in my own skin, comfortable enough to do exactly what I really want to do, despite what anybody else is telling me.
Right.
Despite what anybody, if all I am is a mumble rapper, and that's all I am, and that's all I really want, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to be honest with me. You know what I'm saying? And with that will come growth, too.
Exactly.
When you're honest with you, it doesn't even matter what transpires, because you're going to be honest with everything else that you do when you're honest with you.
Yeah. That's actually a really good message, because you do see a lot of artists when they first come out, initially they're kind of gimmicky, especially these days, and then they'll come on their second, third album or project, and you see, oh, okay, this person actually is dope. You know what I mean? They do what they have to do to get in the door, but then they kind of, I guess, blossom into themselves. But it's hard being something you're not. It really
is. It really is. And I can identify in other artists because I've seen myself in it. Like, I've been like the dope boy rapper on stage, and knowing I ain't a dope boy. Like, I'm in the trap. There's some things I've been through addiction and some other legal situations. But I was never a dope boy. Like, I didn't sell dope. That wasn't my MO. I ain't down to them, but I did some other things. So I've caught myself in the past on stage, like, man, I'm up here like I'm that Jeezy. I'm that Jeezy. Jeezy the Snowman. I'm up here, know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, like, I'm that dude, but I ain't. And this record is saying that I'm that guy, but I know I ain't. And then you got to go back off stage to the green room, and you got to deal with folk, and then you're like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? They like, man, well, what's up, man? What you got for the low, though? Well, you the plug
you
or
like,
the plug? I know you know the plug. I'm like, man,
you
I don't even know, right? And then you get alone, and that when it get real when you get alone.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to deal with you.
You're right. Exactly. Well, you know, I like what you said in your bio. You were talking about how, you know, you went through a rough time in your life after a series of things have happened, and you kind of got caught up in some stuff. But then you said that you turned it around, but you said the first thing you had to do was forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, man, you know, like being addicted to drugs and alcohol and just the whole culture of, you know, the streets. I knew that I hurt people around me.
All right.
Yeah. I did wrong to people around me, mostly indirectly, but nonetheless. But it took me a while to realize that I was hurting myself too. So I was unintentionally and intentionally hurting myself too. And then I started to hate myself because of that. And it's a weird kind of crazy cycle because you're like, well, it's you. How you hating you?
Right.
Yeah, it's self-hate.
That's self-hate, yeah. I was about to say self-hate, yep.
Until I was able to look in the mirror and honestly say, like, look, bro, I forgive you for what you've done to
That's
others.
good.
I forgive you for what you've done to yourself. Until then, man, I honestly, you know, I probably had been removed from drugs and alcohol about a good 2-3 weeks before when I made that conscious statement to myself to forgive myself, that I feel like this whole, like, ton of bricks just lift off my back.
Yeah, that weight was gone. That weight was gone.
At that point when I chose to do one of the hardest things that I could have possibly ever come up against was the idea of having to forgive myself. Because, bro, I hated myself, bro. I hated what I had become. I hated what I had done to other people. And when I say that, I mean it. Like, it didn't feel good at all. And I didn't want to live. You know, I had brushes with suicide and all that because it didn't feel good when you get in those moments when you alone. You got to deal with them four walls staring at you.
Right. Look yourself in the mirror. Yeah. Because you knew that wasn't you. You knew that wasn't you.
Me, man. Right. I knew it wasn't me. Like, I knew, you know, I ain't perfect and all, but I knew, but this wasn't me, man. So I hated myself, bro. And
right.
So I said, you know what, I forgive you, man. Like, I forgive you. I really do, honestly.
What made you get to that point, though? What made you get to the point where obviously you got clean, but what made you get to the point where you could say to myself, I need to forgive myself so I can move on?
Okay, so I realized, like, okay, I'm sober now a week or so. I ain't had no drink. I ain't had no cocaine. I ain't had no pills. I don't feel a lot different, though. I still feel like trash. And I'm like, why I still feel so bad? It's not withdrawal. What's going on? Like, and then a buddy of mine who's going to Narcotics Anonymous meetings with me was like, hey, that's them invisible drugs you still hooked to, bro.
Yeah.
Still addicted to invisible drugs. And I was like, what you talking about? He like, I mean, guilt.
Yeah.
How much guilt did you drink today? You know,
guilt, shame, yeah.
How much shame did you snort today? I'm like, that's how he gave it to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, how much guilt did I drink? How much shame did I snort? Are you serious? He like, yeah, it's invisible drugs. That's the real drug. And until you get rid of them, I don't care what pill or drink you don't take or coke you don't snort, ain't nothing going to change, bro.
Right. It's true.
So when I started dealing with them invisible drugs, I started to find things like guilt, like shame, like lust, like depression, like, I mean, just so many things. And I'm like, wow, I got to deal with this then. I got to identify this. I got to say, what do I feel guilty about? Why do I feel guilty? And I had to identify it. And when I identified why I felt guilty, why I felt ashamed, why I was depressed, okay, so all the fingers started to point back to me anyway.
Wow.
And at that moment, it's like, you know, another weekend went by, and I was literally, like, in a room. I want to say I was in Philadelphia. I was in a room in one of my buddy's studios, and he had a mirror up there, and I still at this point not been able to look in the mirror, but I caught myself looking, and I felt fingers pointing back at me, not just me in the mirror, just other fingers behind me, of my own, and I'm identifying like that's all them invisible drugs. That's all that shame. That's all that guilt. That's all that pain. That's all that depression. That's all that everything I was addicted to that what most people won't readily identify as drugs. And then I said, you know what? I got to get rid of it, man. I got to kick this. And the only way to really kick it is to forgive myself for the things that I'm pointing the fingers at myself for.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to break down. Like, I had to make, you go to people to make amends, like, my bad, I'm sorry I did that, or, to your mother, mama, I apologize for this, to your brother, your sister, to your wife, your kids. Yeah, you have to make those amendments too, but until you get to you and make your amendments with you, nothing's going to change. And what actually made that happen, like you asked the question, like, identifying what the invisible drugs were and then going to them, going to those sources, for real.
Yeah, and dealing with them. Yeah. So when all this was going on, through the lows and then forgiving yourself and coming back to Ricardo, where was music and all that? How did music play a role in that?
Man, it's interesting. I'm such a Gemini when it comes to art, and I guess I should just elaborate just a little bit. Like, I'm a Gemini, and I'm born on the 2nd of June, and for anybody that, likes or deals with, zodiacs.
My sister's a Gemini, so I kind of understand.
Gemini, man, it's really weird when it comes to the music and the art, because one thing, like, the music and the art is a release for me, then the other side of it is kind of torturous. Painful at times too, because once again, like, I gotta deal with, if I'm gonna be honest with myself, I gotta really deal with some stuff that I might not want people to know.
Right.
So music was all around me going through this, and I actually wrote a song called "Suicidal Thoughts." We did a video for it, and throughout the video, it was using drugs and drinking and all that, and it was all fake stuff, but everything else was just so real, like the gun, the moments of, the attempted suicide. It was all actual. It's something that I'd been through before. I tried to commit suicide and a gun jammed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So music was right there, and my buddy, rest in peace, Snoop, man, my dog, shot the video, and, doing the whole thing, like, my managers, Dex and Mir and V, and the producer, Scott and Dame at the time, and Snoop were like, man, you okay? Like, you really going through it? And I'm like, because this isn't an act. Like, this is real. And even within doing the record, performing the record, and doing the music, it was so painful, because I'm like, this is being honest, and it's raw. Hurts. And, they really didn't understand. Of course, they supported me, but they didn't really understand what I was going through.
Right.
I kind of stepped back maybe for a week and didn't go to the studio, didn't write anything. I ain't even listen to nothing, man. And I had to kind of remove myself from it, because when I'm in a musical realm, like, I feel like I got to be honest. I got to be transparent.
Yeah.
I give it right now, and when you're honest and transparent, you're open. Like, you don't have a guard up, and I'm really sensitive to energies and people's spirits and things like that. So what happens is I can feel pain. I can feel other people's pain, and I'm going through my own. And when I'm in musical environments, I let my guard down, and I feel everything. Like, I'm so
Wow.
So the music, like, even now, like, a lot of people like, man, I haven't heard so much. I haven't heard a lot from you. I'm like, yeah, I know. I understand. You might not, but I understand. And then when you look at an artist like a Lauryn Hill, like a Andre 3000,
exactly.
they're Geminis too.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Gemini.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have this crazy thing when it comes to the art, man, because we're so, like, Biggie and Pac were Gemini. We're so just like, man, the art is a savior to me, but it's also really painful.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Well, I want to say Jay-Z, you met him years ago in L.A. Reid, and they both said, you a star. You are a star. When you look back at everything you've gone through, the good and the bad, the highs and the lows, and where you are today, when you look back, what do you tell your younger self?
Wow. That's a really good question. I've never had that question asked to me before, bro.
Yeah.
But what I would tell my younger self, don't do anything different, because you'll change your journey, and your journey has been for a reason. Don't do anything different. And I know it even stings as I say that. Let me keep it 100. It stings as I say that, because I'm like, man, if I'd have made this decision or that decision, this would have went this way or that way. But I'm thinking about it like, you know what? Nah. Don't change anything you did.
Yep.
Don't change anything you did, because that one change could alter the whole.
Change it all. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
You living right now. You know what I'm saying? And you got your wife and your kids, and y'all out in the country right now. And if you would have made that one decision right there, I mean, you might have been in Beverly Hills or something.
Exactly.
Find them and then jumping out of the window after an overdose or something.
Exactly.
Big. So because it's easy to go and say, hey man, you should have.
I should have done this. I should have done that.
Not been drunk on stage that night. You should have not been high in the meeting for that record. And, no, I wouldn't change anything, because you know what, bro? Everything I've been through, quote unquote good, quote unquote bad, has built my resolve too. It's easy in hindsight to say, man, you shouldn't have pissed him off. Because if you wouldn't have pissed him off, you would have been here. Yeah, it's easy to assume that. But no, if I didn't piss him off, then I could have been in a whole different situation.
Exactly.
Wasn't for me anyway. Like, the universe is always going to conspire in your favor, I feel, when you have genuine intention. And I'm gonna stick with that, man. It's funny because it's still stinging as I say that. Like, man, I could change this. I should have changed that, but nah, I wouldn't.
But I think it's natural to want to change the things that we felt could have been different, but it would have changed to who we are today. You know what I mean? And the fact that you seem like you're in a much better place, and you got your family. You said one thing. You said keep your family and your team. Good people around you. It seems like you have that now, and if it would have, like you said, if it would have happened a different way, you may not be where you are today, had that peace that you have today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, maybe I would have been, on a world tour and still out here, like, every day humping with it. And, but then, what if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have Dex and Mir and V. And, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Surrounded by vultures I know don't like me and just robbing me, and they just there, but I'm a big artist that everybody else thinks, but I'm going through all these internal things, like you see, like Lil Wayne going through.
Exactly.
Or, different artists we can identify and say, damn, what happened, homie? Messed up. We thought it was all good. So if I would say to my younger self, like, look, bro, hey, listen, man, like Nas said, the world is yours, bro. Like, just keep on keeping on, regardless.
Exactly.
That's all I would say. That's all I would say.
Wow. Well, you got a definitely powerful story, and I appreciate you being so candid on here tonight. But I do want to talk about your music. Your recent release was Click Clack. Tell us about that.
Click Clack, yeah. So, once again, thanks for having me on the show.
Most definitely. Thank you for being just so open and real. Definitely appreciate it.
Appreciate it. 100. I think Click Clack is just something that, once again, I had to be honest. Like, that was one of them records where it's like, I don't really have to go deep into the metaphor of what the record is or nothing, or even the lifestyle. But I had never given my fans a record about, what I was in the streets. Like, I allegedly dealt with weapons. So, to be honest, there was a conversation I had with one of my cousins about the record before I released it. I had sent it to him. He was like, cuz, now you can't put this out, bro. I'm like, yeah, I hear you. But you know, I gotta be 100. He like, I hear you, but that's not what we doing. Like, you can't do this one, bro. And I'm like, man, it's just, you gotta be honest. I mean, I'm not delving into, I ain't putting people's name on it. I'm just saying this me and this who it is. Click clack this is all these ratchets. That's what we do. They're like, yeah. All right, I don't want you to put it out. So I did it anyway, because I think that it's a hood record, but it's also a record that was honest for me. Now, the other side to it is, well, do you condone gun violence? Do you condone, kids shooting? And no, I don't. But Ice Cube ain't never made me shot nobody either.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Like Black Sabbath ain't never made me eat no bats on stage.
Right.
That was going to be my decision. Now, do I think there's some different regulations and all that? We can get to the gun discussion and all that, but for art's sake and honest with myself as an artist, I think the Click Clack record was important for my fan base and for me. And for me to just get out and say, you know what, bro? I didn't even think about, I was just rapping. I ain't write it down or nothing. I said, put the beat on. I'm going to just go off the top.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't write anyway, but I'll give myself time to gather when I'm coming up with lines. This one, it was so fluid. It just came right out. And that's why you can, like a Jay or just different people that don't write, it sounds like it's a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, man, like you sitting here talking to me right now. That's what it sounds like. And that's how the Click Clack record sounded. And then sonically with the beat, it kind of made me go there. When I heard the beat from Scott and Dame, I was like, I know what this is saying to me. Well, let me say it back to it. And even in the studio, like, bro, you wanna go there? You wanna talk about ratchets? Like, I keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 on this one, man. I'm not going anywhere else. This one,
yeah.
And Dex and Mir, and they were like, you sure? We like it, but you sure? Like, yeah, I'm sure. I know it's, to some it might think it's a risk, but, I'll let you know, like, I'm not involved in any type of legal situations right now. I'm far removed, so, talking about things in an artistic manner, being the urban CNN that we're supposed to be, yeah, let's talk about it, because here's another thing is, when you give them a record like that, then they feel like, hey, man, I could listen to homie, and then you slip in other things, like putting the medicine in the applesauce on them, but
right.
They're not going to take it too much if it's just too preachy. That's why I like rappers like Chance and all of them. Even though I ain't Christian, I understand and I totally get and totally support what them boys is doing, because they putting the medicine in the applesauce for them.
Exactly.
You don't even know you listening to gospel rap.
Right. You listen to gospel and ain't know it. You turned up the club.
Guess what? It slaps too. It's lit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man.
Right.
Boys is doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. I like that.
So that's the ratchet record. Like, I had to be 100.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Listen, tell everybody where they can keep up with you. I mean, well, first of all, are you working on new music? Do you have more that we can look forward to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I got in a situation where I did another label deal, and then I actually walked away from that. I completed a whole album in Nashville last year. I had to walk away from the situation. So we just put out an EP a few months ago.
Yeah, last year, right?
Sin. Yeah, like around Christmas, called Sin, Sacrifice is Necessary.
Yeah.
Released a few singles off that, and then just most recently, the Click Clack record. We're gonna do some visuals for these records, and I'm in the process of actually putting together these short horror films that I had written over the years, because that's another thing I do, write horror.
Okay.
So these short horrors, we're gonna shoot those, and while I'm doing that, I'm working on the kind of re-recording of the album I did last year, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Most definitely.
I had that music. I don't have any access to it, though, because of the way the situation went. So I got to go in the studio and recreate it all again, and it's hardcore hip-hop and heavy metal. And the album, I'll let you know soon what the title's going to be, but I think you're going to like it.
Okay.
I hope you will.
I'm sure I will.
It's going to deal with some things, like I said, are not being touched on since we had Ghetto Boys, mind playing tricks on me.
Yeah.
Different psychological, mental disease, different things that go on in the black and brown communities that we just don't really talk about.
It's not discussed. Exactly.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
like too taboo. I mean, we'll show the symptoms of it, like we're on all these pharmaceuticals in our videos. But we ain't telling them why we on Xanax or why we on Seroquel or why we on Thorazine. We're just like, it's cool to do it to get high. No, this is why you was prescribed Ritalin when you was 7.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna do, and that's why, like, on my gram and my Twitter, you'll see, like, and I know you've seen it. It's dark to some people, but here I go. It's only dark, or whatever evil, whatever people want to call it, is because you're identifying something in yourself that you're uncomfortable with. When I tell people that, it's hard for them to wrestle with. Like, a friend of mine, she followed me on Instagram. She's like, man, I have to stop following you. Like, you know me, homie. Like, I don't understand. Like, you really know me. But it just scared me. I'm like, it scares you? Yes. I'm like, okay, so you got to identify what in you you're afraid of from yourself then. For me, it's a whole psychological, social study, all of that stuff.
Okay.
This is going to match the music, of course, and you know, I like the people to go ahead and interpret it the way they want, but I'm definitely exploring certain things on purpose. It's purposeful, and I would hope that when they hear it, they know that they have a voice too in this music.
Right,
That's what I want to know, that they got a voice. Like, you know, you don't have to feel like, dang, every rapper sound like this or doing this, and I have no type of, I can't resonate with it. Yeah, well, you can resonate with me because, you know, Big Sean has an audience, Drake has an audience, Rhapsody has an audience, Kendrick has an audience, Cardi has an audience. You know, I want folk to feel like the next generation to come after me and say, hey, I got an audience too. Most definitely.
Well, Ricardo, tell everybody where they can keep up with you on social media, your website, all that.
Oh, yeah. So the website is RicardoGrimm.com. That's RicardoGrimm.com. And all the music's on there, like iTunes and Spotify. And there's merchandise on there, too, if they want.
Yeah.
Like on Instagram, I'm RicardoGrimm. I'm not sure what my Twitter and Tumblr are. They might be the same. I think they are the same. But yeah, you know, folk can follow me there or not, or you know, or if they see me out and they recognize the mask, they be like, whoa, yo, you Ricardo Grimm? And I'm like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Who's that?
That is. And that's the great thing about wearing the mask too, man. Like, you know, folk don't know. Like, I was at, you know, a couple festivals and people walking by me, and I've heard them say, like, you know somebody named Ricardo Grimm? I'm like, nah. I heard of him. I'm just a photographer.
A photographer, right.
Yeah, I just take photos. Like, I literally, one show I had in Nashville was in New Orleans. I walked around the crowd taking photos of the people that was coming there to see me perform.
Wow. They didn't even know it was you. Yep.
And then I did the show, got off stage, and was still walking around, and nobody could identify me, and that was dope. I was like, yo, this is awesome, man. Like,
that's crazy.
I don't care about being famous.
Right.
I don't really care about it. Y'all keep it Rolling Stone on magazines and all that. Like, you know, I want the music to touch somebody. I want the music to change somebody's outcome.
That's a real artist right there. Ricardo, man, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I wish you continued success with your music, everything you're doing. And thank you for telling your story, being so raw and honest with you. I'm sure that somebody listening tonight is definitely going to be, it's going to help them and encourage them. So thank you.
Man,
appreciate you.
I appreciate you. You know, throughout the years, always supporting me, you know, having me on again. Like, this is a major salute. And it's really big for me. It really is, especially just keep it 100, and I hate to be long-winded, especially at a time in my life where sometimes I've been feeling the Dex and my manager and Mir, they'll tell you, like, he getting down on himself again. Because he feels like ain't nobody there listening. No.
You got a story to tell. I mean, yeah.
Man, I really appreciate it, bro. You don't even know, King.
Most definitely. Well, listen, for more information about Ricardo Grimm, go to our website, thestephenknightshow.com, and we'll be right back after this.
Absolutely.
it's round time, it's time to shine. 'Cause I know that I'm like what I'm supposed to be. 'Cause I know that I'm like what I'm supposed to be. I'm feeling fine, I got a peace of mind. And it's round time, it's time to shine. 'Cause I know that I'm like what I'm supposed to be. I'm like what I'm supposed to be.
You know where I'm from. Windy City, Windy City. You know where I'm from. Shot City, Shot City.
Yeah, what up? Yeah, what up?
That's 773.
What up?
That's 708.
What up? What up?
630.
What up?
815.
We la from the Midwest, homie, this is life. We do it the best, yeah, we do it right. We deep up in these streets, yeah, from day to night. Y'all know where we be, yeah, you know we rep that. That 312, yeah, that Windy City. That 312, yeah, my head is with me. That 312, yeah, that Windy City. That 312, yeah, my head is with me. From the shop, my dude. Came in the game for the crown, my dude. Know a couple goons from the south side that'll leave your mouth wide open and don't make the whole crowd move like rah, rah. With around my dude. From the low end to the wild, wild too. Hunters and these youngers, they be gunning and be stunting. Ain't no punk, nobody smiling at you, huh? It'll go down, my dude. Without a word or a sound, my dude. Out west, they will clown out too. Bring out that cannon for nicks. Demanding your shit while you panic and flinch. Leave you standing and pissing, then vanish and dipping. Blow bands with a chicken, then laugh at that lick that they hit real quick. These dudes wild out too, huh? You know now, my dude. The look of the street is a frown, my dude. Don't work, you don't eat, stay from round they food. The hunger, the feast is shot town, don't snooze. The heat of that banger, the hammer, these tools. They using the war on the street, and there's few who live by that, don't die by that. That's fact. It's Chirac, I'm from that. From the Midwest, homie, this is life. We do it the best, yeah, we do it right. We deep up in these streets, yeah, from day to night. Y'all know where we be, yeah, you know we rep that. That 312, yeah, that Windy City. That 312, yeah, my head is with me. That 312, yeah, that Windy City. That 312, yeah, my head is with me. It's Chirac, my hitter. Yeah, the best city on the map, my hitters. Know a couple spots that'll leave a bugger shot by the talent that we got, so watch them hitters. Yeah, watch. We on top, my hitters. The women we got, they be hot. Traffic be moving non-stop. Middle finger to the cops. It's different every block, but we still cream of the crop. Summer's by the lake, keep a rugged feeling great. In them Jordan number 8s, it'll pop. People move here by the flock to get the festivals, food in the spots. Forget the tickets be costing a lot, but it's the home of jazz house and bebop. With the Bulls, the Bears, and White Sox. Can't miss the legends and pimps that we got. With the best of the best in hip-hop. Whether you like it or not. It's the crucial conflict, psychodrama, and twister. Common, Kanye, Lupe, Bump, J, Freddie, G, King, Louis, do or die. It's the shot. From the Midwest, homie, this is life. We do it the best, yeah, we do it right. We deep up in these streets, yeah, from day to night. Y'all know where we be, yeah, you know we rep that. That 312, yeah, that Windy City. That 312, yeah, my head is with me. That 312, yeah, that Windy City. That 312, yeah, my head is with me.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Chick Adam, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing good. How's Adam? What's going on in your world?
Nothing much, you know. I did a quick trip to Atlanta. I'm sorry I missed you. It was one of those very brief trips where you barely have enough time to breathe. Also, I felt like you would have bailed on me anyway. So.
Well, I wasn't in town anyway.
how convenient.
Yeah, I was in Dallas.
Okay, well, it was good, though. You know, it was rainy on Sunday in the city. Well, you don't know, but Saturday was nice. So
Yeah.
Did that, and then back in D.C.
Well, welcome back. Glad you had a safe trip, and hope you got to see your family and everybody.
Yep.
All right. CK, what's going on in the world of movie reviews? I'll let you two take it away.
So, in the world of movie reviews, I saw 3 films. 2 of them are theater releases, and 1 of them is a Netflix series. So we'll start with Tyler Perry's Acrimony, which stars Taraji P. Henson and Lyric Bent and I hope I pronounced her name correctly, Adriana Alexis. And so this movie follows a couple relationship, Taraji and Lyric's characters, through the college years. Basically, her sticking behind him, and he's trying to follow his dreams. He's building toward the future. And she's being the dutiful girlfriend, which turns into the dutiful wife, which then turns into something else later on in the movie. Of course, I don't want to give too much away, but it is a story about exactly what the name of the movie is, Acrimony. If no one knows what acrimony means, resentment, ill will, resentment, all that. So you can only imagine with Tyler Perry, the storyline and how it goes. Major twist toward the end. And I have to say, this movie was good. Tyler Perry does put out some good feature films every so often, and this one was good. However, you know how I feel about movies in the theater and them being just good. You have to be, for me, you just have to be a little bit more than good, because I'm traveling to the theater, I'm paying the ticket, you know, I'm probably getting snacks, you know, the whole shebang to come see a good movie. I can see a good movie at home. This movie, not taking away from, you know, the production or anything, because it's beautiful. It was a very beautiful movie and very good storyline. It could have been, and listen to me, this is an idea. You can take it, but remember where you heard it. Own movie of the week. This could have been one of them. It could have came on a Saturday night or Sunday night, and you could have pulled some people to go watch on TV instead of putting it in the theater trying to get the big ticket. It was just a good movie. Wasn't great. It was good. Sorry, Tyler. Next movie is A Quiet Place, which is a horror film starring John Krasinski. There it is. Krasinski. Yep. Thank you. Emily Blunt and Millicent Simmons and Noah Jupe. This feature film is actually first-time director. Say his last name again, Adam. Krasinski. John Krasinski, yeah. From The Office. You don't recognize him. Yes, from The Office. Yes, he's from The Office. First-time director, and he executive produced the project. I thought that this movie was excellent. I thought that the storyline was original. You have a family, post-apocalyptic America, and in this post-apocalyptic world, there are these creatures that attack, and they hone in on sound. They're audible creatures, and they only attack with sound. So everyone's quiet. So most of the movie, the actors are quiet, and they're doing signing, which I think is very, very unique. It's different. And there's minimal sound, but then toward the middle and the end of the movie, there is sound. They are speaking. And there's a lot of action, but more so than anything, the storyline I thought was original. And to add a little drama to the situation, I will give you a little spoiler alert so you can just get a mental picture of this movie. The creatures attack upon sound. Emily Blunt's character is pregnant, and she's about to give birth. So then go. Take it from there. You know babies aren't quiet. Check out the movie. It was really, really good. Again, it was a good movie. Not super great, but it was good. It was entertaining, very matinee-worthy. And I'll say the same for Tyler's movie, too. Very matinee-worthy, but not the big ticket. Unless you're at the movie, out at the mall, and you want to go to the movies, then you can go ahead and do that. But I wouldn't go out of my way to see either one of these films for the big ticket. And last but not least, Lost in Space, the Netflix series. This is a remake of the old Lost in Space series, and I think that Netflix, at this point for me, does no wrong. They did an excellent job with Lost in Space. It's right in the perfect medium for it to be received, television or your wherever you view your streaming. This is the perfect situation for that. The production is great. It stars Toby Stephens, Maxwell Jenkins, Taylor Russell, Mina Swinwall, and Molly Parker as the mother, and special guest starring Parker Posey as the psychiatrist. And I will say, you will see Parker Posey unlike any other role that she's ever been in. I love her in this. This is probably going to be the vehicle that puts her back in people's mouths again from yesteryear. Parker Posey is really killing this role. So definitely check that out. Science fiction. If anyone's not familiar with Lost in Space, it was a big series on back in the day, and it was a great series back then. So you can only imagine Lost in Space with the technology now to deliver space. It's wonderful. Check it out, Netflix. And that's all I have.
Nice. Well, I wanted to see Quiet Place. Actually, it's getting a great word-of-mouth campaign right now, and people seem to be loving it, but I'm not a big horror movie person, but just everyone talking about it makes me want to see it, so I'm glad you liked it as well. But I went to go see Isle of Dogs. This is the latest Wes Anderson movie, and it's a stop-motion movie, so he's done Fantastic Mr. Fox in the past, and Wes Anderson's known kind of as that indie director that's mainstream. So he's done Grand Budapest Hotel, and all of his movies have a nice visual setting. So Isle of Dogs takes place in Japan, and it's a story about these dogs that get transported to this island, this trash island, because they have some disease. And it's really their story of how they work their way back to the mainland and trying to reunite with their families. And it's actually really good. So I'm not a typical Wes Anderson fan, but he did a really good job. The visuals are great, as you would expect from him. The acting, so all the dogs are actually like famous actors, and I didn't look them up, and I recommend you don't do that either, because you don't want to feel like you're hearing Bryan Cranston talk as a dog and other characters, Scarlett Johansson, things like that. But they all do a great job, and it's a fun movie. The kids will like it. The story's pretty original, and it's a good one. So if you're looking for something that's not a horror or Rampage, which was #1 at the box office for some reason, then check it out.
All right. What's coming down the pipeline?
I can't see anything but Infinity War right now. That's all I see. All see.
All right.
2 is the big one, but besides that, Infinity War is in 2 weeks. So if you need to catch up on some of the old movies, you want to go see another movie again, do that this weekend, because it's not a big release, as Infinity War is going to be the big movie of the summer, perhaps the year. So check it out. All
right. Well, as always, thank you so much for letting us know what to spend our money on and what not, and have a great week.
Absolutely.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Right back after this.
When I hit it, I don't call. No, I don't call. That's a message to you, bro. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the gang. I said I do it since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. They say more money, more problems, but on ones who ain't got none. I leveled up. 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 She said she heard I was on the come up.
stay the same. Got these broke boys feeling some type of way. I don't recognize when they talking down. Bank accounts filled with large amounts. She just want a real nigga to come around. She just want a real nigga to come around. When I hit it, I don't call. No, I don't call. That's a message to your bro. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the gang. I said I do it since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. They say more money, more problems, but on ones who ain't got none. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. Counting up all these bands, all these dead presidents. She ain't want a one night stand. I told her go bring a friend. More money, more problems. I'm a rich nigga, I'ma solve it. She gave me head in the foreign. I'm flexing on them so gorgeous. Go your bag, what's that rolling? Real recognize real, but I do not know you. Go your bag, what's that rolling? Real recognize real, but I do not know you. I don't recognize when they talking down. Bank accounts filled with large amounts. She just want a real nigga to come around. She just want a real nigga to come around. When I hit it, I don't call. No, I don't call. That's a message to your bro. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the gang. I said I do it since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. They say more money, more problems, but on ones who ain't got none. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. I leveled up. When I hit it, I don't call. No, I won't call. That's a message to your broad. Bitch, I'm a dog. See, I'm married to the game. I said I do since that shit ain't been the same. I leveled up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the First Lady Faith Evans, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Janera, how's it going?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Stephen?
I can't complain. It's a Monday. We're making it, so, you know. I know you got some good stuff
Amen. For us. I do. Yeah, I do. I have a couple good things. So I just want to let everyone know that we are between holidays. So sales are a little scarce right now, but I was able to find a couple of them. And I'll start off with Victoria's Secret. So if you shop there now, you can get a $20 reward card for any $40 you spend. So that's on your any $40 purchase. Plus, you can get 50% off of any sport pants. Gap is having a sale today only, and if you shop there now, you can get 40% off of your purchase. And if you're shopping online, you need to use code HAPPY at checkout. Steve Madden is also having a sale today only, and if you shop there now, you can get 30% off of your purchase. If you're shopping online, you can use code GET30 at checkout. 9 West is having a BOGO sale. If you shop there now, you can get you can buy one, get one 50% off the highest price item. Old Navy is also having a sale, and if you shop there now, you can get up to 50% off of select items. Banana Republic, of course, they have to have a sale if Old Navy and Gap are having sales. And if you shop there now, you can get up to 40% off of your purchase. Plus, you can get free 2 to 3 day shipping on your purchase of $100 or more with code BRSHIP. Today is the last day to shop Carter's and get up to 70% off of your purchase. And last but not least, if you shop the limited today only, you can get pants for just $40. All of their pants are just $40, and all of their jackets are just $70.
Awesome.
And that's all I have for you guys. Yeah.
They can find all that at budgetshopaholic.com, correct?
They surely can.
All right. Well, listen, you have a great rest of your Monday, and I'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
Okay, I'll talk to you.
All right. Right back after this.
Keep it right in the field, keep it light in the field. Please don't interfere with what we got going here. Got a championship team, need a championship ring. Got a championship dream, finna hook Hakeem. All I want, all I need, real friends indeed. Virginia and Tennessee's, there to kill for you and bleed. Teamwork make the dream work, my network make my net worth. Go up by a large sum, getting smarter, y'all. How come y'all looking? How come y'all hating? How come y'all waiting? How come y'all chasing? How come y'all debating? Cause y'all ain't working. Cause y'all ain't working. Cause y'all ain't working. I decline. Money on my mind. They gon' think I press rewind. Cause I do this all the time. I decline. Money on my mind. They gon' think I press rewind. Cause I do this all the time. I decline. Money on my mind. They gon' think I press rewind. Cause I do this all the time. I decline. Money on my mind. They gon' think I press rewind. I wanna know why you mad. I wanna know why you sad. I wanna know why you bad. I wanna know why you bad. Now we coming back up. Used to be on the down low. Hell nah, not the down low. I hit them with the people's elbow. I think they wrote me off, but I won't take a loss. Nah, I can't take an L. I'm the one you can tell. Flow free like a cell. Flow free like 99. Do the time if you do the crime. This the only thing on my mind. I decline. Money on my mind. They gon' think I press rewind. Cause I do this all the time. I decline. Money on my mind. They gon' think I press rewind. Cause I do this all the time. I decline. Money on my mind. They gon' think I press rewind. Cause I do this all the time. I decline. Money on my mind. They gon' think I press rewind.
Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl, Monisa, and you're listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to The Stephen Knight Show. Aaron Cosby, how's it going?
Stephen Knight. Stephen Knight. Happy Monday, man.
Happy Monday. Yeah. You have a good weekend?
I did.
That's good.
Yes.
That's real good.
You?
Yeah, I did. I was actually in Dallas this past weekend, but I'm more excited about next week because I'm going to Hawaii for the first time with my family, so it's going to be really cool.
Again, brother, you do not stay on the ground, man. And I'm not mad at you. I'm so happy for you that you are seeing the world, that you're traveling. You know, kudos.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm really excited about Hawaii. My sister, her and her husband, it's their 10-year wedding anniversary, and they never had a wedding, so they're gonna they're having an actual wedding in Hawaii. So a lot of family will be there. So that'll be really cool. Yeah.
Very nice. So are you flying from Atlanta straight to, well, you'll probably have to stop in L.A.? Maybe?
Yeah, I'm stopping in L.A. and then straight to Waikiki. Yeah.
Waikiki? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm telling you, y'all, it's nice to be a Knight.
Oh. Well, I can't wait to tell our listeners about the trip. I'll be there for 6 nights, so it's a long time.
6 nights. Stephen Knight,
Mm-hmm.
6 nights.
6 nights, right.
Sounds good.
All right, what's going on in the world of sports?
Well, he's no longer a member of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to call Arthur Blank.
Okay.
I need you to get in touch with the coaching staff of the Falcons. And they need
time to pick them up.
I need Julio Jones on one side of the field and I need Dez Bryant on the other side of the field.
You think that's what
Matt Ryan?
You think that's what the Falcons need at this point?
Man, and they can get Dez Bryant for a steal. I mean, just the money that they can say. Man.
They need to listen up. They need to listen up.
Yeah.
Why did the Cowboys? Why is he no longer with the Cowboys?
Well, from what I read, Jerry Jones just wanted to go in a
different direction,
quote unquote, different direction, and it was a money issue slightly. Well, Dez was actually willing to take a pay cut, but Jerry Jones was like, nah, like no, like we're just we just want to move on in a different direction. In different direction, and so it was a business decision. That's what but that's what they all say. But
right.
Yeah. But
who do you think? Where do you think he'll end up?
I would like to see. I'm telling you, if Matt Ryan has Dez Bryant,
and
Julio Jones,
I know Atlanta will go crazy.
It would be crazy. But let's see. I think that Dez will definitely want to go to a Super Bowl contending team. So I don't see him wanting to go to some team that has no chance. So
right.
Again, the Falcons, the Rams, the Saints possibly. I'm trying to think maybe of some AFC teams. The Patriots, not just because I don't think that he wants to be in the whole Tom Brady, Bill Belichick world. I don't think Dez is into all that.
Okay.
So maybe gosh, I mean, that's a good question. Like there are so many
options at this point, huh?
The Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams. The Seahawks. I could see maybe him and Russell Wilson. Like, yeah, there are
definitely some options.
A lot of teams out there that that if they had him on their team, that he could actually take them to that next level. Like I've always liked Dez Bryant. Like he is a gifted athlete. He really is. Gifted athlete. So whoever gets them, they are on their way, definitely. So anyway, so he is no longer a member of the Dallas Cowboys, and we'll see what happens. So, but come on, I'm telling you, call Arthur Blank, man. Come on, call him.
Let's make this happen.
Make it happen. Yes. Did you hear about Cleveland? The Cavaliers, I should say. They lost game one, and everybody's all upset now, thinking that that Cleveland's is going to be out of the playoffs. It's a wrap and everything. So, but it's just game one.
Yeah, game one. I mean, calm down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they lost to the Pacers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I do not talk about hockey, but this really stuck out to me. Did you know that, first of all, that that Las Vegas has an NHL team?
Yeah, I think you reported on the show.
Okay, good. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the team's first year of existence, and they made the playoffs.
Oh wow! That's big.
Yes. And not hold on, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more. So not only did they make the Stanley Cup playoffs, they won their first 3 games in the for a team, right? And a team in their first year of existence made the playoffs and has won their first 3 games. That is phenomenal.
Not too bad, huh?
not too bad at all. So Vegas. I think the team's name is Vegas Knights. Yeah, Vegas Knights. Kudos. Good job.
Let's go up.
Las Vegas, Yeah. Y'all, doing it. Also, Vegas, they have a WNBA team now. Yeah.
Okay, Vegas is coming up, huh?
Vegas is coming up. The Las Vegas Aces is the team's name, and they used to be the San Antonio Stars.
Okay.
They since moved from San Antonio to Las Vegas. So yeah, so Las Vegas, they're doing some things now. They doing it, and then in a couple of years, the Raiders they'll be moving to Vegas. So yeah, Vegas doing their thing. So y'all have heard it here first. I see Vegas hosting the Super Bowl within the next probably 5 to 10 years. I see Vegas hosting the Final Four within the next 5 to 10 years. So, yeah, Vegas as a sports town coming up big time.
And they'll definitely get the people to come out there. Everyone loves Vegas. So.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of Vegas, man, when is the Stephen Knight Show going to do a show on location, Vegas?
We need to make it happen.
We really do. We really do. 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Season 10.
Right from the strip.
Bam. But yeah, that's all with sports, man. That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, everyone, as always, thank you for everything, and have a great week, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. Sounds
all
good.
Right. Right back after this.
We can book a flight early tonight, yeah. Baby, where you go? You know I love you so much. Yeah. Baby, where you go? You know I love you so much. Yeah. You know what's on? Real special with us. You and me, we all that. I love you like I know you love me back. Yeah. And I'll do anything for you, baby. We can book a flight and leave tonight, yeah. I love you so much, yeah. We can book a flight, yeah. We can book a flight and leave tonight, yeah. I'll do anything for you, yeah. We can do everything that you want, baby. We can book a flight and leave tonight, yeah. You know I love you so much, baby. And I'll do anything for you, yeah. We can do everything that you want, baby. We can book a flight and leave tonight, yeah. You know I love you so much, baby. And I'll do anything for you, yeah. You know I love you like a, you know I love you like it's always. You know I love you like it's all day. And I'll do anything for you, yeah. You know I love you like a, you know I love you like it's always. You know I love you like all day. Anything for you, yeah. Baby, where you go? You know I love you so much. Baby, you're my everything. Yeah. Baby, I'll do anything. For you. Oh, I'll around the world and I'll book that flight. Gonna one way. They don't have to know. Baby. Know that I just love you so much. You know that I'll do anything for you in a rush. I'm in a hurry for that love. I need that heart, need that soul, need that everything that should done. Same message as always. Love until they never stop our ways. I need every second with you, baby. We can book a flight and leave tonight, yeah. You know I love you so much, yeah. We can book a flight, yeah. We can book a flight and leave tonight, yeah. I'll do anything for you, yeah. We can do everything that you want.
This is Savage.
And this is Kai.
And we are from the Articulate Podcast, and you are listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Well, that's our show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, we won't be live next week because I'll be in Hawaii, but we'll be airing one of our favorite shows from the season. Shout out to Ricardo Grimm for joining us. Continued success. Don't forget to go to our website, thestephennightshow.com, for more information about him. Have a great week, and God bless.
Tonight is all eyes on me. Everything's gonna be alright. And when we get there, I'ma see a pretty young thing. I'ma ask her to take my hand. Head to the floor, we gon' dance. And when we get there,